What's going on, beautiful people? And welcome back to another comic book review video. I am your majestic CEO over at SuperCliff, and if you guys are new to this channel, then do me a solid by smashing that like and subscribe button, and also hit that notification bell so that you'll never miss out on an upload, and so that you'll always be kept up to date with your favorite top tier comics happening in the comic book world. And today, folks, we are covering The Daughters of the Dragon and the Amazing Spider-Man issue number 78 BEY edition, written by Jed MacKay with the art by Eleonora Carrion. And guys, if you haven't been keeping up with this comic, then definitely check out the playlist within this video's description. It will help catch everyone up on what's been happening. Now check it. Misty Knight and Colleen Wing are Spider-Man's trainers, and they are kicking his webby butt. But is their skill level enough for the mission that Beyond sends them on? For who is the new villain Obsidian Star? And how will Misty and Colleen, the Daughters of the Dragon, be able to possibly take this thing down? Thus, without further ado, let's get this show on the road. Alrighty folks, so our story picks up in Maxine Danger's office, as Misty Knight and Colleen Wing are ordered to explain the series of events which led to them being blood-soaked in her presence. Thus, earlier that morning, we pick up with Ben Reilly entering a holodeck training room, that being an Avengers murder mansion. Now sadly for Ben, he was caught by Misty, thus ending the simulation within a simulation. Just kidding. And so, with that complete, Maxine speaks with Misty and Colleen privately to assign them both to stop a monster which Beyond has dubbed Obsidian Star. And while the two are en route, with Colleen Wing driving the car like a badass mofo, and Misty reading the instruction manual regarding the new arsenal which Maxine provided them with, once the pair arrive to confront the monster, Misty shoots her gun, and things don't particularly turn out the way she expected, as her gun traps Obsidian Star and the two of them within a pocket battlefield. But here's the thing, the area they are trapped in is literally identical to the Avengers Murder Mansion simulation from earlier. Now, according to Beyond's geniuses, they believe Obsidian's alien energy source affected the pocket battlefield, which was made from recovered Kree tech. Therefore, they have no way to deactivate it remotely. And so this forces both Misty and Colleen to complete the simulation, because if they do so successfully, they can then remove Obsidian Star's power source and escape. Now, Maxine is confident in the Daughters of the Dragon, but unbeknownst to them, Maxine ordered tech support to record everything as if it were a prime field test. And so as the pair are confronted by the simulation, made tangibly real from the Obsidian's power source, and having cleared through the mansion's obstacles, both are greatly fatigued before Colleen realizes that Obsidian Star isn't trapped with them in the simulation, but rather the monster has become the simulation itself. Now this is pretty confusing, but don't worry, because this will all make sense in a little bit. And so once Misty understands the situation, she uses the antimatter grenade from Maxine's gifted supplies, thus killing the Obsidian Star, and with that, Misty can now rummage into the corpse to retrieve its power source. In the present, Maxine inquires if they have the source, as the antimatter bomb knocked out all their sensors, leaving Beyond blind towards monitoring them. Now, though the pair tell her that they didn't find anything, in actuality, they secretly did, to which we later see the Daughters of the Dragon hand Monica Rambeau the Obsidian Star. And that, folks, was The Amazing Spider-Man issue number 78, BEY. Now, the last time we got this sort of issue number point something, was way back during Nick Spencer's run, and it focused on some of the stories that he didn't have time to focus on within the regular series. And this time around, it's pretty much the same thing. Now, there's some stuff that the characters had to do that's pretty important, but there's just no time to explore it as much as they should in the regular issues. And so as Kelly Thompson did in her couple of issues in the main series, Jed MacKay keeps up the quirky tone from Thompson's writing here and blows it up to 100 with Misty Knight and Colleen Wing. Fair warning, if you are not a fan of the wacky and zany nature of Thompson's quirky writing style, then you definitely should skip this. Now, the Daughters of the Dragon so far have been a neat addition to the Beyond saga, acting as trainers to keep Ben on his game as Spider-Man. They've also been a fixture in the Marvel Universe for many years, interacting with other heroes and carrying several series of their own. I'm happy to see them back in the spotlight, especially under McKay's pen. McKay has made a name for himself by tackling multiple Marvel characters, from Black Cat to Doctor Strange to Moon Knight. He perfectly captures the dynamic between Misty and Colleen, including their back and forth in the heat of battle. And even though Ben only appears in the beginning opening sequence, McKay shows off the web-slinger's wit and his desire to be a better superhero. Honestly, the comic doesn't feel essential to the overall Beyond saga because all it shows is a quirky misadventure of Misty and Colleen, aka the Daughters of the Dragon, doing a side mission for Maxine Danger, head of the superhero development team at Beyond Corporation. Now, this comic takes quite the time to have our dynamic duo use a lot of the weapons from Beyond Corporation. Like, it almost felt like a promotional ad for the many weird tools and products that the company makes, but I believe that's intentional. If nothing else, it feels like McKay and the artist Eleanor were just having some fun making this comic. There are really only two real takeaways from this issue. The first is that Misty and Colleen are good friends and are tight superhero partners, even if they don't consider themselves to be superheroes. And the second is Misty and Colleen are secretly working with Monica Rambeau, aka Spectrum. However, we already saw that happen back in issue number 78. Now, it's not explained as to why, but it's likely due to their involvement shown in the main series, but we'll see if this particular event leads to anything significant in the next few issues of the main Amazing Spider-Man. This issue also heavily aligns with the nature of Maxine, who's less interested in her employees' safety than she should be. From that angle, we're also gaining a bit more insight into the Beyond Corporation, which McKay leans into heavily in order to add a lot of spark and fun. The art by Karina is super kinetic, which lends to Spider-Man's agility in the opening and the high-octane action of Misty and Colleen throughout the entire issue. In addition, Federico Blee supplies super bright color choices, which add to the high energy vibes that are seen throughout the book. The Amazing Spider-Man issue number 78 BEY is a super fun, high energy thrill ride of a comic. It's filled with ideas from horror movie icons, popping up as smart tech innovations, and it reads like a satisfying one-shot, and yet it comes with a to be continued tag in its end. Overall, it perfectly captures the Spider-Man vibe, even though he's not present for much of the adventure. But honestly, you don't really need to read this to understand what's currently happening in Spider-Man. The Amazing Spider-Man issue number 78 BEY gets a 7.5 out of 10. And guys, if you like this video, make sure to hit that like button in order to show your support to the channel. Remember, with every like, saves a child. No, it doesn't, but it makes me feel good about myself. But yeah, let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comment section below. Are you guys excited for issue number 79? That's currently already out by the time of this recording of this video, so yeah. So let me know in the comment section down below. And until the next video, peace.